that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Hit him, 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 hit him. Listen, 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 hit him, listen. This Eagles talk high, this talk Eagles. Philly bleed green, it's from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's beat the squad. Big Pat shelling, Dante the dark child. Drop the stats on him, drop the facts on him. Spur game, baby, let's get it on.
Hey fam, it's your man Dante the DarkKnight. Can you hear me out there? How's everything? Everybody all right? This is your man Dante the DarkKnight. Welcome to Eagles Talk pregame show as our Philadelphia Eagles tonight take on the Detroit Lions. This is another big game. We faced a big challenge on this past Monday night primetime game against the Green Bay Packers, and we survived. We were victorious 10-7 over the Green Bay Packers. This is another NFC North rival and contender for the number one seed in the NFC. So it's going to be very, very vital or very, very important. This is a very, very important game in the seeding of the playoffs. This has huge playoff implications. At the present time, our Philadelphia Eagles have a 34% chance of securing the number one seed. But if we were to be victorious tonight, those odds would jump up to 51%. We would have a 51% chance of securing the number one seed in the NFC if we win tonight. So this is a very big game. So not only do I expect playoff intensity on the field, but this may be a playoff preview, and this definitely has playoff implications. All right, let's get this first quarter started. And you're watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around that is by us Eagles fans and for us Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, that is the Philadelphia Eagles. We like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. So I'm doing the Celsius energy drink because I'm going to attempt to stay up for the entire game. So you guys let me know what you're doing out there, and let's do it together. So down the hatch to our Philadelphia Eagles. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the first quarter.
All right, listening to the first quarter, man. We need to see this offense be more consistent, and actually, we probably needed to be explosive tonight. I don't think that 10 points is going to secure us a victory tonight against the Detroit Lions, although we do have a very, very stout defense, a defense that's operating on all cylinders right now. Great game Monday night against the Green Bay Packers with the addition of Jalen Phillips. You can see that he made a difference, probably defensive player of the game or even player of the game on Monday night. Also with the insertion of Nolan Smith back into the lineup as an edge rusher. So now we have two legitimate edge rushers that are back in the fray, and they made a difference on Monday night. And we hope for them to continue building upon that and growing from that. But I think that this defense is well poised to finish down the stretch strong. But even with that being the case, we are facing a very explosive offense in the Detroit Lions. And the Detroit Lions offense has some similarities to ours. What are you talking about, Dark Knight? Well, let me explain. They, too, are adjusting to a new offensive coordinator. And they, too, have had less than glowing results according to their standards. What I mean by that, their offense has not been as anemic as our offense, but Dan Campbell saw something that he didn't like. He thought that he could get more out of this offense, so he resumed play calling duties, meaning that he had a problem with the way the offense was operating. It wasn't operating to his standard. He saw that he can get more out of it, so he took over play calling duties. That's where the similarities are. we're having the problem, at least in the fan base's eyes. I don't know if they are having the problem inside the building, but we're having a problem with what we see from our offensive coordinator, and we're hoping that they get this together. They get it together, because I don't think that 10 points is going to be suffice for us to beat the Detroit Lions. And that's saying a lot, because I do totally believe in our defense. I think our defense is the soul of this team right now. But tonight, we're going to need a full effort from both sides of the ball. We're going to need a full effort from all aspects of our team tonight. Special teams, defense, and especially offense. We're going to need to see all of them show up to play and give a concerted effort if we're going to be victorious tonight. The Detroit Lions have been talking trash. They want to see us. They were campaigning to see us the first game of the week. They wanted to open up the season against us in our home. They felt as though they were robbed last year. I don't know how. They just got their butt spanked, but they feel that they were robbed last year of their opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. They had an excellent season. They finished number 1 seed in the NFC, but they were upset in their first playoff game at home by the Washington Commanders, which really was favorable for us because we got to play that NFC Championship game at home. So it's vital. It's important to lock up that number 1 seed in the conference. Every team that has advanced to the Super Bowl have been those teams that have played at home. Number 1 seed, usually an easy road to get to the Super Bowl. So that's why it's very important and why tonight's game is going to be huge. Let me go to you guys in the chat room just a second. Forgot to do a little pre-gaming. I usually do this while Pat is talking, but Pat is not here as of yet. So let me just share the show. So you guys, I hope you guys are excited. I am excited for tonight. 2 primetime games in a row. You know what that means. We're on display, or we have center stage. All eyes are on us tonight, as with what national televised games are, primetime games are. We're the feature. Everybody gets to see it. This is why that game against the New York Giants was so embarrassing, because all eyes were on us that night. All eyes were on us, and we laid a big fat stinkum. You know what I'm saying? It was not good. So we hope to not turn in a performance like that and do a lot better than what we did on that night and come away with a victory. We need that victory, and it's going to say a lot. I think that this team is built that we can do this. This is what great teams do. They win by any means necessary. I would like to see the offense be more explosive, but to be honest, what's most important to me is to see this team come out with a W. I know we complain, and I'll speak for myself. I complain because this offense is not performing up to its potential, but keeping the main thing, they're amassing W's. And that's what you want to do. You just want to amass W's. You can work the rest of that out, but you play to win the game, right? That's what Herm Edwards tells us, right? You play to win the game. So that's most important, and that's what this team has been doing. So yes, I want to see the offense return to a semblance of what we saw last year. I want to see that. I want to see it replicate what we did in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I want to see that, but more than that, I want to see this team winning it. That's always the bottom line. We complain, and I do my share of complaining. We complain about how it looks later and as such, but they're doing a heck of a job by amassing wins and not playing at 100%, not playing at their full potential. That's something to be said about that. There's something to be said about this team toughen out wins the way they are. I'll go to you guys in the chat room. And tonight, the first person in the chat room, Jeremiah, is back on his top spot. He says, "Game day, fam." I see Jeremiah. He returns to the leaderboard. Richard is on YouTube. What's up, Eagles family? And let me remind you, we do have a YouTube channel. We can use the subscribers. You need to go to YouTube right now, search Eagles Talk, follow us, subscribe to us, and hit the little thumbs up button so you can be notified every time that we go live. You don't have to wait for us to share it in a group or anything like that. If you go to the YouTube page, hit subscribe, you'll be notified each time we go live. And Dion's in the house. Dion, what's up? Let's get this dub. You're right. Let's get this dub. Quentin, facts, and Shane Townsend, facts. Yeah, it's about the dubs, right? It's all about the dubs. So we haven't had, well, I've heard a little AJ talk this week, but I'm not worried about the AJ talk as much as I'm worried about getting him involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, for real, I've talked about it. I don't want to be the dead horse, but I'm okay with AJ. I'm not okay with AJ, putting everything out publicly. I'm not okay with that. I do think that causes distractions. And that's where we part ways. Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Just going over briefly, AJ, not going to be on long, but I was just saying that I agree with everything AJ says. I don't have a problem with him wanting the ball and all that. I just disagree with him taking the conversation to the public. I just think that that's a conversation that should be kept in-house, and it just does everybody good. No distractions. Team doesn't have to answer questions about what AJ's thinking, things of that nature. But is he right about not being involved enough? I think he is. And I know, well, I'm not going to say I know because I'm not him, but I feel what he feels. He feels as he's a great player and he wants to be great. What great player doesn't want to be great? What great player doesn't want to put his skills on display, right? And not only for that, I feel that he feels that this offense is not performing up to its potential, and that if he was utilized more, that it could perform up to its potential and be better. So I think that he wants to be involved because he thinks his involvement can definitely help the state of this offense to be more explosive and efficient. So I have no problem with AJ. I don't. I really don't. I wasn't one that wanted to get rid of him at the trade deadline because I don't think that you get rid of one of your best players in an attempt to win a championship. I don't think that's how that's supposed to work. I don't think on your way to a championship that you decide we're going to get rid of one of our best players and that's going to be a benefit to us winning the championship. So I'm glad that didn't happen. I don't know what's going to happen after the season is over, but he's a part of this team and we have to move forward with him. And I agree with him. Get him the damn ball. And that's the OC's job, is to scheme, build a scheme and a game plan that utilizes your best players, all of the talent. That's your job. If our offense is not looking good and we got Michael Jordan over there not taking any shots, you might want to ask Mike, can you put up a couple shots? You know what I mean? That's what's the name of the game. The offense is not looking that great, and we're not getting one of our best players involved. I see where some things can be done to improve the offense right there. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know.
You finished? But are you finished?
Yes.
Hey, Steph. Hey, Dion. Well, absolutely. My thing is this. Who cares? Who cares what he says on social media?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Last time I checked, we won a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I checked, him and Devontae Smith was lighting it up for us. So are we really caring? We've had a different OC every year for how long? Like, I mean, seriously. So yeah, I would be frustrated too. Who cares what he says? And all these other people that are just yip yapping Diana Rossini, whoever she is, going for clicks. Like, why are you all up in our business? And it has nothing to do with football at all. That's my whole issue with the whole AJ thing. Who cares? So what? So he wants the ball. That's what winners do. They want the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Who
You're
would
making
not?
it a more of a big deal than it has to be.
And they
The whole
love him.
offense wasn't have, but it's okay when Lane Johnson says what he has to say about the offense. Nobody cares when Lane Johnson goes through his little mental ups and downs. There's a little bias in there to me, but that's just me.
Hmm, I
That's
feel
just
you.
me.
All right. Oh, there's Dion. He's finally caught you. See, I
He's
told you
back.
she
I'm
was
glad you're
back.
feeling better, Dion.
He says, "I'm glad you ended your holdout. Let's go." All right. Um, Quentin says, "New OC, sorry, but he does need to get the man the ball. That's his job. That's his job. I mean, you know, I preface all this by saying that the main thing is the main thing, and the main
Mhm.
thing is getting these W's, and we're getting those W's. So, as far as that concerned, we're doing that job just perfectly. That's the main thing. Is the main thing. I said what I said. I would love to see this offense look a certain way, do a certain thing. Everybody, explosive, 40-something points every week, and all that. I would love to see that. But the bottom line, like Herm Edwards said, is you play to win the game. And we've been doing that
Period.
very, very successfully. So
Yes,
I
we
can't
have.
be mad about that. And it's really something that the rest of the league need to be on alert of because, if we're beating you guys and we're not playing, imagine when we get it together. I mean, when we get it together, then what? If you can't beat us now with one arm tied behind us, our back, so to speak, because our offense is not playing anywhere near the potential it has with the talent that we have. When they start to do that, I don't see what you guys are going to do. I
And
don't
what
know
they gonna do with us tonight when we got our whole O line and D line healthy? What you gonna do?
right,
They want us to
right.
be scared. What are we scared of? The only people we got to be scared of is ourselves.
That part, that part,
You know what
that
I
part.
mean? We could play equally or even more physical than the rest of the teams. We have the talent, we have the coaching. It's just getting all things to click on all cylinders is the only time that we have an issue. Period. We make big plays. We can make big plays when it counts, when the game's on the line. We're not afraid from playing behind. We're not afraid of playing in a close game. We're not afraid of having a blowout. I mean, which way you want to get beat?
Yeah, you choose your poison, and we'll give
Yeah,
it to you.
pick your
We'll,
adventure when it comes to us. Pick your adventure. How you want to get? You wanted a close one? We could do a close defensive ball out like we did last week. You want us to blow you out like we did in the Super Bowl? We could do that too. Pick your poison. Pick your poison.
I just can't wait to see how it goes down tonight. I want to know. I want to see in which way we choose to take down these Detroit Lions. And here we have our third. So we got a full roster here.
We up.
Oh,
We up. We up.
we up. What up? What up? What up?
What's going on?
How you feel? What's up? What's your take on this game? Are you hype? I'm hyped. This is our second prime time. I'm sorry, prime time game in a row for the world to see. Because this
Cause we
this is
them
what it is.
boys.
Yeah,
We the
Well,
we're them
boys.
boys.
We prime time.
We are.
We
We
prime
are.
time.
I
And I'm
am
hyped.
I am hype. I am hype. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. I'm elated. I'm joyful. I'm jumping for joy. I did 65 miles an hour in a 15 zone to get here. Um,
Yeah,
safely.
Steph was like he's about to log in right now. I had to get me from the airport.
But yeah, I am hype. I'm listen, the Detroit Lions been wanting this butt whooping for so long. They've been trash talking us forever.
Chirping.
All right, since 2022, since we beat them in the first game of the season that year. Last year, the 2023 they said, "Oh, you're crap." 2024, we won a Super Bowl. They said we were crap. If they played us in the playoffs, they would dominated us. But you know what? Tonight we find out who's the better team. It's still let's keep this mindset though. Even after this game, we still have another gauntlet to go through. We still got other players to go through. But tonight is one game at a time. And I know I'm late. I didn't take my shot. Do we do the inactives?
No, we did not
No,
do inactives.
Yes, I'm ready.
we didn't do the inactive.
Well, I'm ready if you want it.
Well, go ahead.
All right, for the Detroit Lions, starting cornerback, Teron Arnold, defensive lineman, Quentin Jefferson, starting safety, Kerby Joseph, wide receiver, Tom Kennedy, running back, Craig Reynolds, defensive lineman, Mikai Wingo. For our Philadelphia Eagles, fourth running back, AJ Dillon, Drew Kendall, offensive lineman, Mac Williams, corner, defensive tackle, Ty Robinson, rookie, and a third string emergency quarterback, Sam Howell. That is your inactives for this game.
Okay. All right. Let's end this quarter. Let's do that. Doing some work behind the scenes.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right. You're watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by us Eagles fans and for us Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team. That is the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. We're pre-gaming here, getting ready for this Sunday night primetime game. Our Philadelphia Eagles go up against the Detroit Lions. Everybody's been waiting to see it. You're going to see it tonight. So let's lift our glasses in celebration to our Philadelphia Eagles. Everyone, I am doing the Celsius, trying to stay up for the rest of this game. This game. Pat is doing the Jameson triple. Michelle, what are you doing?
I got a Paloma
A Paloma.
special, I guess, made with Hornitos, tequila, cranberry, ginger ale, lemon. A little fancy.
Fancy. Always fancy.
That is fancy.
Yeah. All right.
Don't be
Well,
haters. Y'all wish
whatever
you had
have.
one.
Yeah.
Y'all wish you had one.
Whatever you have, if it's the fanciest Nichelle, raise that and let's take a sip to our Philadelphia Eagles down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
All right. We see that the Detroit Lions have a very explosive offense, and they had a situation that's a little similar to what we've been going through, maybe not to the extent, but they also brought in a new offensive coordinator and weren't completely happy with their output. Their offense was nowhere near as anemic as ours, but Dan Campbell saw that he could get more out of the offense, right? So he took over the play calling duties. Offense wasn't, like I said, as anemic as ours, but Dan Campbell knows what he wants his offense to look like. So he took over the play calling duties, and they have been rolling ever since, putting up the numbers and looking as explosive as he would like it to look. And we kind of have a similar situation where we need our OC to pick it up a bit and really take advantage of all the weapons that we have, because this is a very explosive offense. When you look at it on paper, this is a very talented group, and to be getting the results we're getting out of them, that's what most of the fan base is upset about. I'm very, very happy with the W's. I just like to see us play up to our potential. But in the meantime, give me dubs. But let's try to work every week to get better.
Yeah, I listen. Dubs helps everything else, but you know what? You're 100% right. We have a very explosive offense that's being suppressed right now. I don't know if it's the play calling, it's decision making. But one thing for sure, and I did hear you talk about getting AJ. AJ just wants to get involved. When he gets involved, it helps the offense. It only makes the offense more dangerous than already what it is. So if the offensive coordinator is not working this offense, I think Nick Sirianni, even though I want to admit this, I think he needs to take it over, because we need to be explosive. We got explosive players. For us to go 10-3 and outs against the Packers last week, that's unacceptable. The Giants damn near beat the Packers, right? For us to look so anemic
Pedestrian.
offense. Yeah, pedestrian offense with the likes of Dallas Goddard, Saquon Barkley, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts is your quarterback. Like that's grounds to get dismissed if you can't make this offensive group go.
Yeah.
Period.
Period. Yeah, he only has till the end of this year to get it together. I don't think if we're looking like this at the end of the year, it's not a great chance that he's going to retain his job. I think the only thing that saves his job is a Super Bowl win. But I say that because I'm like, damn, that means we got to bring him back. But no, it's okay. If we win a Super Bowl, I'm assuming that he's done his job. This offense is going to improve as the season goes on. We've seen glimpses of it, so I have hope that it can be what we would like for it to be. It's just the growing pains, which we have gone through every year of Jalen's career with the Eagles. It's the growing pain of getting the OC, quarterback, and everyone on the same page. We go through this every year. It's not as smooth for us as it may be for other teams. So, maybe he grows into this position. We don't have to move off of him, and we'll have some stability. That would be the best case scenario, right? He grows into this position on the job, and by the end of the year, we're looking closer to what we want to look like, and we can keep him around, and he can be a consistent or some consistency in Jalen's career, because this is ridiculous. Every year having to switch and still being contenders for a Super Bowl and winning them. That's the incredible part. We've changed OCs for the past 4 seasons in a row, 5 in a row, and we've been to 2 Super Bowls. That's amazing in itself. So, I knew that there was going to be an adjustment. I thought that we'd be rounding the corner by the 11th week, but we seem to be still working it out, and I see some hope there.
Yeah, it's like we stuck in the mud, the shells. I don't get it. Like one week we're good, and we say, oh, we're turning that corner. Then this week we're back in quicksand.
I told y'all the OC carousel is not working.
Correct.
Okay, we're gonna repeat this cycle and have this Groundhog Day of our offense as long as that is the case. Long gone are the days of Shane Steichen, and we always have to play. Dante mentioned playing, with our hand tied behind our back. That's one of the reasons why we have our hand tied behind our back, because we can't have consistency season after season. And if you're learning a whole new person each season, you got to do that every year. You don't get a break.
Yeah.
As an offense, you don't get a break to just gel and click and get in a rhythm, because that rhythm gets disrupted every single season. And people wonder why this offense doesn't look consistent. That's why when you don't have consistent coaching, you don't have consistent product on the field. It's not rocket science. I don't know why we downplay it, and the media downplays the fact that this team has had a different play caller every season. It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't.
Not for the long haul. Not for dynasties.
All right, we go to some comments. Dion is talking out there. He must be feeling better. Pat was going airborne on speed bumps on his way to the mic.
listen. I had to say sorry at least 13 times. Sorry.
Look,
sorry.
Jeremiah, Dion, you see Nichelle now? Because that's all we've been hearing. You see him now? You see her now? Dion says, I'm doing peach and clementine, San Pellegrino, sparkling water. All right, that's what the doctor says you need to do. Then you do that. That's what you do. Good to have you in the chat room tonight and not in the ER. That's always a great thing. Richard says somebody needs to take over play calling. Yeah, but who? Because we definitely damn sure don't want it to be Nick.
We need somebody that's not looking to step up to a head coaching job. We need a Vic Fangio type of dude that's like, I'm Gucci. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Miami.
I take Mike McDaniels, but he has to not want to ever head coach again.
Somebody said go get Brian Daboll. I said no.
No. Well, he was Jalen's OC at Alabama.
But the way he slandered Philadelphia, like, no, I would never want to see this guy here in Philly.
Yeah, he was playing for New York. He
Yeah,
had to.
I don't
He
mind
had
that.
to. Come on.
Listen,
If
we
I
Stop.
can't
thought he
keep
could be
getting.
home, but I like the McDaniel. I mean, McDaniel's suggestion,
Hmm.
but only if, like Nichelle said, he does not want to be a head coach again. That's the
Ever
only
again in life.
ever again. I
Ever.
mean, like we need the OC to stick around like Vic. We need a Vic type of person that's not
Hmm.
that's okay. Like this is home for Nick.
Yeah,
I mean, Vic's not going anywhere. We need that type of
Mm-mm.
OC, man.
yeah, I
And
get that. I 100% get that. And you know what they said AJ Brown, and I know you talked about this in the first quarter. He need to say off the internet, off social media, stuff like that. But I have to tell you, I do agree what your statement was. Right, get him involved in the game. Dan Campbell, when he took over the offensive play calling last week, he told Jamison Williams, the wide receiver number one, he said, "We gonna make an effort to get you the ball." This is at halftime. The first three plays went straight to Jamison Williams. Listen, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to say if I can get the ball into my playmaker's hand. We just need an offensive coordinator that's not overthinking this.
and
Shoot,
then some play designs too, because it's one thing. See that our offense is so basic and vanilla that just saying you need to get the ball to AJ is just one part of it. Then they have to design plays that actually can get the scheme to AJ open, because the plays that we have, you see two people in the same spot at the end of the route. That's football 101. So what are they doing? It's play design also. I don't know about this guy's play design abilities. I'm assuming, speculating that he's running out the same playbook that Sirianni's offensive system. Unless he had his own offensive system, uh, unless has been putting together one before his opportunity to be OC, he's probably running Nick's playbook or his system, right?
yeah, but you know what? Dark Knight in the show. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You can have the same playbook, right, and give it to two different people, and they will run different plays out of that playbook. So it's necessarily not the playbook; it's the person making the proper calls at the proper time.
Facts.
That's what makes a very good defensive coordinator, a very good offensive coordinator who can not try to predict, because we're not going to say here we're going to predict everything in the future, but we're going to work ourselves into a position where we know, oh, let's play chess instead of playing checkers. Let me do this run play on second down, and on when we get to first down, I run the same run play, but on second down, make the same formation and make a play action. Like that's playing chess with somebody's playing checkers. It doesn't take
Hmm.
rocket scientists to figure that out.
It doesn't. It doesn't. And the fact, like I said, that we don't have consistency, that means you're even if we probably have the same playbook over the last few years. But like you said, without a consistent OC, we're not going to draw up the same pieces from that playbook. Everybody's going to have a different lens with which they look through that playbook, and that's part of the problem. So I'm glad that the players are taking on their veteran roles and stepping up and having these meetings and voicing their opinions because they should.
Mhm.
They're the constant. They're the ones that are here every year. It's not their problem that there's a new OC every year. That's front house management's job to fix that. They shouldn't have to feel the repercussions of the fact that they can't get consistency in a play caller. So
Correct.
yeah, I would be calling meetings with everybody at this point if I was a player. You feel what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I feel definitely that's what organizations do, right? They sit down and they talk. We have meetings.
Mm-hmm.
We have lots of meetings, but they
Yep,
are
we do.
they are fruitful if conducted in the right manner. And hopefully these meetings and get-togethers by the players, because I agree, Michelle, that they need to be a voice in that room, a loud voice in that
Mm-hmm.
room, because they are the constants and they know what has worked for them in the past also. So,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it needs to take. And this is one aspect of Nick's game that I really give him credit for, is he's a great motivator, right? he will. These guys do love Nick, and they do he still has their ear. So I believe that he's a thorough guy, a motivating guy, and that he will take the necessary steps to get this thing back on board. I'm giving him that, and I've been one that wanted to pull the plug on him very quickly. So, but I do recognize his strengths, and that's one of them. So I hope they're having these meetings behind closed doors, and I hope that they come out and show us that the office and these meetings and incorporating everybody's voice into the game plan comes out with a result that we can be proud of. An offense that we know that this team is capable of putting on the field. Can we see that? You didn't amass all these pieces for it to look like this. You didn't go get a Saquon Barkley and add him to an A.J. Brown and a Devontae Smith and a Goddard and this massive offensive line and a top 5 quarterback for it to look the way it's been looking. Come on, guys. We can do better.
Exactly.
Facts. Pat, you want to do the inactives?
I think I just
the
did.
banners. Did you?
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
I missed it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, only surprising inactive for the Philadelphia Eagles, going to be honest with you, is Ty Robinson. He's the rookie defensive tackle. He's not getting a lot of play time. A.J. Dillon is, of course, inactive, but that's the Eagles inactives right there. I mean, they're regular inactives. I mean, Cam Jurgens, the whole offensive line is playing for the first time since like the first or second week, I guess. For Detroit, Detroit is always injured, and that's their issue. They play hard, they play good, but they're always injured. So right now they're down. Their number 1 cornerback, Teron Arnold, is down. Their safety, Kerby Joseph, is down. Craig Robinson, he's the 3rd running back, and they're not healthy on the offensive side of the ball, truthfully. And Penny Sewell, he was on injured listing this week for an ankle. A couple of the other guys, Emick Robinson picked up a hamstring injury, but he's active. He's their slot cornerback. They have Avonte Maddox. I didn't know they had Avonte Maddox.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And he's lining up against Smitty.
So he's most likely he's the safety. So he's most likely going to play safety, be their starting safety next to Brian Branch. Like we have opportunity to take advantage of their defensive backs, because up front they have a very stout defensive line. I'm not gonna hold you up. Adrian Hutchinson, Adam McNeil, DJ Reader, Tracy, Tyler Lacey. Like their defensive line is solid, led by Adrian Hutchinson. It's a solid defensive line. Their linebackers are okay. Jack Campbell is a do-it-all guard. He's a stud. Alex Agzone is a really good outside linebacker. But besides that, you could really take advantage of the rest of their team. You could take full advantage of their secondary. But it takes the offensive coordinator to say, wake the F up and start doing his damn job. Creating plays, creating mismatches, and getting things together to make sure this offense moves and rolls downhill. I need to take another shot. Shoot, I didn't get the first shot in.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, let's end this quarter. Let's go.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, you listen to Eagles Talk on Game Day. Big game tonight, Sunday Night Football. Our Philadelphia Eagles take on the Detroit Lions. And this is the podcast to get you ready for that game. Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team. It's Philadelphia Eagles in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. Pat is ready to take that triple mash. Jameson, Nichelle is on the
Triple.
I'm just doing water right now. So everybody else.
Oh, you can't take shots of water.
Drink.
You can't take shots of water. We don't do shots of water.
All right, well, I'm going to take a sip of it. All right, so anyway, everybody raise your glasses to our Philadelphia Eagles. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1. Oh, is it time for this?
Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That is by Eagles fans for Eagles fans.
go.
You're now
Let's
listening
go.
to the third quarter.
All right. Let me go to some comments out here. When I said that Nick will get it together, Eddie says, bet he won't. I bet he will not. I bet he will not. Oh, Jurgen playing?
Yes, he is.
Everybody.
Okay.
And we
All
got
right.
our
That's
whole,
what's
The
up.
whole
whole
offensive line
line.
is playing.
The whole D line and the whole O line starters
Oh, it's
are.
about to be it's about to be on. Jeremiah says that Rachel's 3 shots behind. Jeremiah, you on that green Incredible Hulk? What's
Wow,
that?
that's old
That's
school.
old school right there. That's
like college days.
yeah. What's that? Wasn't that what was in that?
Alizé and something else.
Alizé.
That's Thug Passion. So let me sit y'all down for a second.
All right, all
Okay,
right.
all
Go
right.
ahead. Go ahead with the ghetto drinks.
The
School us.
Incredible Hulk was Hypnotic
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
hypnotic. That's what
hypnotic
it
and
was.
Hennessy.
and Hennessy.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all it
what it was.
was. Everybody
All
try to
right.
mix it with not Hennessy, not what's the other cognac? I can't think of the other
Razia.
Kvass, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it didn't go well. So it was
All right.
Hennessy and the Hypnotic.
All right. All right. Okay. You better, but you're not going to see the whole game, Jeremiah, if you on that Incredible Hulk.
Right.
Unlike that's not going to make you stronger as you get angry. I mean, you're gonna be on your ass. You're not going to see the
Period.
second half. You better watch it. All right, Jeremiah. JT says lies. You tell. Water shots all around. Yeah, that's right. JT.
JT, this is for you, JT, because I gotta catch up. So one shot for you, JT.
All right. Yeah, Pat trying to get ready. Pat. Oh man. Well, you have the perfect wife. You do have the perfect wife. Because watching the game with Pat is an adventure in itself. You would think that he was on the field most of those plays that he's watching. Eddie says
They called a penalty on a gunner last week. They called a hold on a gunner last week.
Yeah, the
And I
officiating
flipped
last
it.
week
I
was hella
flipped my
suspect.
lid. I flipped my lid. How did you call it? It's a video out there. It's not to be seen no more.
oh, if the Eagles win toss, I'm going to say screw deferring. Make a statement from the get-go and put the offense on the field. This is me speaking as a fan. Coaches know deferring gains extra possession. So Eddie's saying that he would like to see the offense out there first. And that's a fan speaking. I don't know if I don't get me wrong. I want to see this offense, and every week it's like a new adventure. Every week it's almost like the first game of the year because I don't know what I'm gonna get from this offense, and I'm just like, can't wait to see it from week to week. I know what I'm getting from my defense. I know that they're coming out, and there's going to be some snot bubbles being thrown around. I knew that even when they were injured, I still knew that was going to be their effort and their motivation. Right? I don't know what I'm getting from this offense from week to week, and sometimes from half to half. I don't know. So every week, I'm eager to see what the offense does when they take the field.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Every week there is something different with the offense. Excuse me.
They're like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Exactly.
Oh man, don't make me laugh right now.
See, me and Rachel think alike. She types it at the same time I'm saying it.
No, I had some information. I can't seem to find it right now. But it goes back to inserting the Kobe Dean, and I heard it earlier today when I was listening to WIP, and it was the perfect summation of what N'Kobe Dean brings to the defense. His insertion into the defense right now, not only have our defense been more active making plays, they've been more stingy. Right? Nothing on a rookie. Jahad Campbell is going to be a stud. He's going to be a great player.
Yes,
And
he
for him,
will. Gotta get his chops up.
learn how to play defensive end and pass rush defensive end and linebacker at the same time, it's only going to add to his repertoire when he gets older in this game, right? But the thing about N'Kobe Dean is that film study is crucial, right? He studies film like it is his job. Right? He studies film like nobody else because you see the plays, you see him beeline it through the offensive line before they get there and making those tackles for losses. You know, they said before, Jeremiah Trotter used to have the same type of mentality in not Jim Schwartz. Who was the defensive coordinator?
Buddy Ryan.
Buddy Ryan. One that passed.
Tim Johnson.
Jim Johnson said,
yeah.
He told Jeremiah Trotter, listen, if you guess wrong, this turned into a blitz. But the Kobe Dean been so on it. It's great to see that from a guy that we thought was going to be, who he is right now. And I think that speaks volumes to this game, right? How does that translate to this game? Being intelligent in this game, football is 80% mental, 60% physical. I don't know where they get this math from.
80 and 6. I don't know where you get
I just thrown it out
That's
there.
100.
I just thrown it out there, okay? But it is mental. And if you're able to mentally digest the game itself, then you're able to play more freer than anybody else on the field. Ray Lewis said it best. If I knew when you line up in this formation that you ran 3 plays out of it, and of those 3 plays, 2 was running, 1 was a play action. If I keyed out the tight end or the tackle, and I knew that his knuckles was white or his knuckles was leaning, I knew it was a pass play. That's intelligence. That's in football intelligence, and you need that type of play from your linebackers that makes your defense so much better.
Oh man, you got me hyped. I'm ready to start.
Talk about it,
Pat. Talk
Preach.
about it.
Well,
let's go. Oh man, this is great because I just woke up this morning and turned on the Cow Turds documentary, and
What?
it was fulfilling. It was I don't know. I must have had it
you
on.
bored? Like what? You just
No,
I'm
because
just
I was
confused.
at the great episodes. The great episodes is like episode 7 and 8, when after all the glory is gone and they're wondering why they haven't had that success in 30 years. Those are the last 2 episodes. So those were the episodes I was like, yeah, they look so sad. Like, I don't know why, you know what I mean? And then they put on the screen like 15 years since the Super Bowl, 20 years since the Super Bowl, 30 years since the Super Bowl. I was just like, that made me feel good. I'm like, that made me feel really good. But this team coming out here tonight, and like you just pointed out, Pat, that insertion of the Kobe Dean, man, was big and a little surprising to me, because I was thinking it was going to be a tough decision on whether to insert him back into his normal position with the way Jahai had been playing, right? But after you see what effect he has on the defense, you understand that it was the right move. Jahad is a talented young man. He's going to get his snaps. They're going to fit him in somehow. He's just too dynamic not to put on the field. So I'm going to leave that up to Vic. But Nakobe, his energy, Nolan Smith, his reinsertion back into the lineup, Jalen Phillips, and I'm just excited to see this defense. This defense is going to be looking more like the number 1 defense of last year.
I want to throw something at you real quick. I know we got in this quarter, but since Nakobe Dean's return, so I'm gonna do game 1 to 6. That's before his return. This is before his return. There was 173 rushes for 806 yards, a 4.6 clip. After his return, in games 7 to 9, there have been 71 rushes for 261 yards, a 3.6 clip. That's a 10-yard decrease since he came in. All right, it's not to think about you being this uber talented athlete. It's the thing that you have it between the ears, and you understand the game. You understand if the guards are pulling that you need to fill that hole. John Campbell, he will get that. He's hesitant on some things. He's going to be a great pro. He's going to be a great pro in the Philadelphia Eagles. But next to Nakobe Dean, Zach Bond, he's going to even be better moving forward.
Right. Let me end this quarter because we're getting close to game time. So I'm going to do that.
Hold up, Dark Knight. We missed this because I wasn't here. We got to.
He needs this. He needs this hype.
You know what time.
You know what time it is.
Let's go. Let's
Get
go.
some, man. Get some.
And that's the end of the quarter.
Let's go. All right. You're watching Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That's by us fans and for us fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, which is the Super Bowl defending Philadelphia Eagles. And we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. I'm doing the energy drink. Pat doing the triple Jameson. And Nichelle's doing the cutesy drink. And you guys let me know what you're doing out here. But we're getting ready for this game because it's going to be a humdinger tonight. And maybe a little more fast-paced than last week. But I'm looking forward to seeing it. So let's go. Raise your glasses. Everyone. And down the hatch. 3, 2, 1. What is this? The third quarter?
This is the
Fourth.
fourth quarter.
Okay.
You're now listening to the fourth quarter.
All right, let's go get them, man. We got a healthy defense out here. We got a healthy offensive line. And it seems like we got a healthy squad. So we're going to see.
Listen,
We're going to see. I mean, we're going to give the Detroit Lions what they came here for. They came in here. They called us out. They campaigned to be the first game of the season. They were campaigning to open up the season against us in our home as we received the banner was dropped and all that stuff. So
they want the smoke. We got the smoke.
And we're gonna give them the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
We want all that. We want all that. We from Philly. Like
You came for the king. You best not miss.
I know that's right.
The famous words of Omar Little on The Wire.
Yeah, best not miss.
All right, Jeremiah says not worried about the defense, but this play calling and scheming from our OC got me shaking like a stripper at church.
Wow.
I know, right? You need to pray, Jeremiah. We're gonna pray for you. We're gonna pray for you.
Rachel says Dean needs to introduce himself to golf early and often. That's an interesting point. We need that. We do need to introduce ourselves to Mr. Golf early because I don't think that he's built like that. I don't think that he's built to handle the heat in the kitchen. And we've seen him do it in other games. So this will be a great time with a healthy defensive unit for Vic to dial up some extra pressure if needed. Because, I don't know what this new pass rush looks like with just 4. Now that it's improved. I mean, we got Jalen Phillips. We got Nolan Smith back.
Brandon
we
Graham,
may be able to get that. Brandon Graham.
Oh, he ain't about that life. He don't want to see our defense full strength. What?
So I get it. I get that we want to put pressure on Jared Goff. Jared Goff is a pro. He has been to a Super Bowl. Even though that was the worst Super Bowl there is, it was like 3-6 the total score, whatever. He has the ability to get his teams out of bad situations. He was the #1 overall pick back in 2016, so he has some ability. So we can't just take him lightly. But at the same time, Dark Knight, I do agree. We need to introduce him to these paws.
Yes,
these paws.
These paws.
Mr. Right and Mr. Left.
Yes.
yes, we do, man. He folds under pressure, right? And
I was just about to say that. He folds under pressure. I ain't nobody scared of Jared Goff.
No,
it's not Jared Goff to be worried about. It's Jamison Wilson. It's Jared.
I'm gonna say Brown.
Not even Amon St. Brown, because I think if I'm in the mindset of I'm gonna say Jimmy John, Vic Fangio, right? If I'm in the mindset of Vic Fangio, Q is playing on JMO, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got Coop playing on Amon St. Brown.
Yeah, you do today.
You don't have your tight end. LaPorta is injured. He's not playing in this game. So therefore, that frees up everything else. I'm playing multiple sets with multiple defensive backs with Michael Carter Williams II in the game, right? I'm playing multiple sets. So anytime that you spread Gibbs out, I'm having a corner, not a linebacker, a corner play him. That's very crucial because Jahmyr Gibbs is probably one of the fastest, if not the fastest running back in the NFL, period. And you can't put N'Kobe Dean or Jahad Kim on him and expect good results. They run different. They run different underneath screens to him. This is from film study. This is N'Kobe
Let
Dean.
them know, Coach Pat. Let them know.
They run underneath stuff, but you need an additional corner out there to make sure they are spying Gibbs.
Yeah, we're going to get you a whistle, Pat.
Yeah, we
Dave Montgomery from Iowa State is a good running back. I wish we would have picked him up. He went to Chicago Bears, and the Chicago Bears didn't sign him. He went to the Detroit Lions. And he resurrected his career. He's a hard-nosed running back. He's a very good running back.
Yes, he is.
So it's not just Jared Goff that you have to look at when you talk about this offense. I mean, Amon St. Brown, you just said it, Nichelle, right? Amon St. Brown, Jamison Wilson is Williams is one of the fastest wide receivers in the league. So once you put Q Richardson on him and make him work for every single yard. Amon St. Brown is a technician. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you talk. I apologize.
No, you're good.
I feel like Kanye West at the Oscars.
No, I was just going to say that.
I'm gonna let you talk, but Beyonce. No, I'm joking. But Coop on Amon St. Brown because he's a technician when it comes to route running. I mean, you could even switch it up, but I want the faster D back on Jamison Wilson. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
and that's the matchup as our offense. I mean, our defense versus that offense. That's going to be the matchup of the night for real. Because if we win that matchup, we have a greater chance of winning the game, right? I'm asking, I'm pleading, I'm begging that the offense contribute something to this game tonight. Like put a little something on it. You know what I mean? Don't let the defense pick up the whole tab tonight. Put a little something on it, even if you have to leave the tip. Because sometimes I might pay the bill, but I might ask the other person to leave the tip. So offense, I want you to go half and half. Actually, I want you to split the bill. But
go Dutch. Can we go Dutch tonight?
Can we go Dutch on this one tonight? You know what I mean? But if you don't have that, at least leave the tip, okay? And not no. I need 25%. All right, you know what I mean? Not no cheap tip. All right, I need something more than 20%. All right, so please come on, give us something. The defense is going to, I really feel confident that they're going to do their part. They're going to handle their load, right? So we need you to contribute something tonight. I can't wait to see what it is. I was looking at some of these games at 4 o'clock, man, and I'm always a little jealous when I see
we got 2 minutes
offenses and these beautiful plays that I see them run. And I'm like, why?
For them to take an L?
Listen,
for them to take an L? Beautiful plays and L's because a lot of these beautiful plays are coming with losses.
They are.
No, I'm talking about the teams that won, the Ramses and the
Kansas City lost. Will we have Kansas City?
Wait. No. Go ahead. We beat the Rams. Go ahead. What's the next team?
The Ravens and
we beat the Ravens last year.
Yeah.
We lost to Denver.
We lost to Denver. Denver beat KC.
But you know what, DarkKnight in the show? They come into our home. They're Sonic and Tails. That's what their mantra is, right? Is it Sonic? Was it?
Who?
The Detroit Lions. They come in as Sonic and Tails. I guess that's a dynamic duo. Well, we're Knuckles. So we need to bust them up. And I know this game is getting close. We gotta do some predictions. Listen. It's going to be difficult to win a line of scrimmage, even though we got a healthy offensive line. But I think we do. I think we win a line of scrimmage. I think we can take it to them, and we can take it to them.
Yes, we can.
All right, and just bust them up. Listen, Don't think about it too much. Just like we
It's
did
going to
with
be a
Green Bay.
physical game.
It's
It's
going to
going
be
to
a
be a
physical
physical
game.
game. It's going to
But
people are
do
going to
not
be
let
chipping.
them
We're going to be
outrun this
popping.
game. Do not let them get out in this game.
No,
Take
no, and
advantage of
don't
where you can take
and
advantage
don't let
of.
the refs be the deciding factor. We have to play discipline. That's one thing that we still have not conquered outside of the offense is discipline, especially
Correct.
that O-line discipline, because O-line has a number of penalties this season, and it's unacceptable. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? So we definitely have to play a more disciplined game. O-line's the reason we got some of Barkley's longest runs called back. So when we talk about production on the run game, part of it are our penalties.
Man,
And part of it is because the O line doesn't catch the same heat that a Jalen and that AJ Brown catches when the O line should be catching the same heat as
yes.
everybody else.
You're right.
Well,
I
you
pointed
got
that out. I mean, my Lotta might be grading high, but he's had
He
some
makes some
very
bonehead
crucial,
mistakes.
very crucial penalties at the most inopportune time.
Jergens too.
Yeah, so yeah, we need that. We need them to be healthy, and we need them to play at that same level as last year because I know they're a year older, but they're still basically that same unit, right? So
Yeah, they're
whatever it
still
is, if
young.
it's the Super Bowl hangover or whatever, we need you to be over it now by week 11, and let's start getting this thing on
let's
the ground.
go, y'all.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. So let's get these
we got
predictions.
5 minutes before the game start. We got 3 minutes.
Three.
I'm sorry. Sonic and Knuckles. That's what they call themselves. I just looked it up. The Sonic and Knuckles. Let us be Shadow. Shadow is a rival to Sonic and Hedgehog, who always end up beating up Sonic. All right. Let us not Mr. Robotic, because I don't know what he's doing.
All right. Let's get some predictions out there. Jeremiah says 21-17. Leon says 24-17. I like those scores right there.
It's going to be a close game. I do think it's going to be a close game like that. Yeah.
All right, 23-19. Weird score, but I'll take it.
I don't know. The defense has been playing so much better. They allowed the Green Bay Packers who scored how many points today? They scored over 20 points today. They only allowed them to score 7 total points.
I know
today.
they
wasn't playing us.
Yeah, I know, but that's why it's that much more impressive because we only allowed them to have 7 points.
So with that being said, DarkKnight, I think
Green Bay scored 27 today.
Ooh,
but they played the Giants.
Yeah, they played the Giants.
They played the Giants, but again, if we're able to control the line of scrimmage and not let Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon St. Brown and Jamison Wilson get off, I mean, we can win this game. And I think we can win this game with a little bit more points than they do.
All right. Okay. Nichelle.
Oh, I definitely think we're coming up with a W. It's going to be a hard fought W to the end, to the wire. But I definitely, I'm in that, 24-21 range.
All right, I'm gonna take a big take and say our offense puts up 30 points on these people.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that, and I think that we win with more points than them. But
if that happens, I'll take your shot for you, Dante. I'll double it up.
All right, let's do that.
DarkKnight, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm looking at predictions that we did for the season, and you had a loss for this game.
I had a split. What I had a split in the Green Bay.
What I have, Pat. What I have.
You had W for Packers. You had for the Lions a L for the win. Me and Nichelle both had W's. I got the records.
I got the receipts. I got the receipts.
What records do y'all have at this point in the
season? Who's winning? Who's
I said we only lost twice. I only said we only lost twice, and I think
at this point, what was your record? At this
my record was 15-2.
No,
what's
at
mine?
this point of the season, week 11, what did you have your record at?
We was undefeated.
All right, okay, and both of you were undefeated. How many losses did I have?
Oh, I'm undefeated. We're undefeated.
Going into the game, you only had one.
Oh,
so I'm
number 2.
Yeah,
undefeated. We predicting this whole season right.
That's crazy.
All right,
that's bananas.
Go out and enjoy this game. Come back. Let's talk about it. I'm going to root for me being wrong. Let's go Eagles. All right, we'll see you guys after the game. Peace.
Go Birds.
We go live in 5,